morning, Vikings. Welcome to the last MPTV broadcast of the year. Dharma, can you believe there's only 5 days of school left for this whole year?
5 days that can't come soon enough, Reagan.
That's
I think I speak for the whole student body when I say I'm ready for school to be out and summer to be in.
You sure do. But until then, we have some excellent end of the year stories to share with you. Each student in our broadcasting class produced segments over topics of their choosing this week. So we've got a wide variety of stories today. But before we get to any of those segments, we'd like you all to stand for a moment of silence. Now please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Today, for our last Friday lunch, we're having chicken nuggets with potato wedges and a corn muffin. We also want to remind everyone that we'll be recognizing the accomplishments of the senior class on Tuesday morning at Honors Day. Honors Day runs from 8 until 11 in the main gym. We have many community members joining us for this event, so out of respect for our award winners and our visitors who will be speaking, no students are allowed to have their phones, headphones, or homework out during Honors Day. We know it can be a long morning to the underclassmen, but they can use this as an opportunity to see the variety of scholarships available to them as they become upperclassmen.
We'd like to congratulate the academic teams about going to state. English, Fine Arts, and the interdisciplinary team got to go to the state championship on May 6th.
They went to Purdue to compete with 26 other schools, and all of North Posey's teams placed with some awesome scores. Fine Arts won first in the state, English came in third, and the interdisciplinary team got fourth.
Although only a few teams got to go to state, all of the academic teams worked hard this season. They went to regular practices and studied their materials almost every day. Some team members had other after-school activities like the musical or sports, but they still stayed involved.
This year's theme was the Age of Exploration, and the materials were from the 1400s, 1500s, and 1600s in the Spanish Peninsula. The academic team materials could include anything from music to math to anything in the time period.
Their hard work definitely paid off. We'd like to congratulate all of the teams for a good season and the coaches for guiding the teams for doing so well.
Next, we're sending things over to Tad and Braylon to highlight some of the classes available at North Posey.
The first class we're looking at today is the Norseman Academy.
That's an odd name for a class.
That's because Norseman Academy is not your average class.
The Norseman Academy is an alternative learning environment for kids here at North Posey. The point is to give kids a calm environment to learn a subject. It gives students who got off on the wrong foot a chance to recover any missing credits they may have. It gives them the chance to work with their fellow students on assignments that they may not have been allowed to work together on in the classroom.
It fits the needs of the students so that they can get themselves back on the right track without going through the trouble of summer school. Mr. Stone teaches the class and leads them through many of the problems they may face. He motivates them through inspirational quotes and speeches. He also helps them by being an excellent mentor to these students, as he can help with various subjects due to his time in the military.
Norseman Academy is where students go to get different help than they may have gotten in the normal classroom. It's an environment where students can have fun in groups while a teacher makes sure they stay on task. It's a class where keeping students motivated is easier and putting them back on track is promoted. Norseman Academy promotes the brand in an amazing way.
Next up on featured classes is construction with Mr. Brandel.
The newbies in Intro to Trades just finished up their footlockers today, and the other kids have been studying hard all year long.
That's right. They've learned a whole lot about different varieties of construction, like how to build something as massive as skyscrapers all the way down to how to build a little hut for a toilet. A tiny toilet hut. Isn't that right, Tad?
Yes, they've learned a lot this year, and students who signed up for the class get chances to even go on job sites. While on site, they do work like build pole barns. It is well recommended to take one of our trades classes if you're thinking of working in the trades in the future.
That's right, Tad. Next up, we're sending it to Maggie and Dharma to review the highlights from the German program this year.
Guten Morgen, Vikings! Und willkommen zurück zu die letzte NPTV-Sendung.
Ich bin Dharma.
Und ich bin Maggie.
Okay, Maggie, we better stop talking in German. There's only 5 days of school left. I don't think we should try and confuse their brains anymore.
It's probably a good idea. The German program consists of 4 levels. Each year, students progress their fluency in language and their knowledge about German culture.
This year, German 1 students practice their hospitality skills by imitating a restaurant scenario with customers and servers.
While learning about weather, German 2 got to test out their studio weatherman skills by giving a forecast here in the NPTV studio.
German 3 students learned about their 5 senses by doing a blind taste, feel, and smell test. They also threw a surprise birthday party for Frau Schmidt.
While learning about German art, the German 4 students got to pull out their inner Picasso and recreate famous German paintings.
Another opportunity available to German 3 and 4 students is participating in the German Language Bowl team. This team of 5 travels to USI to compete in the World Language Bowl, where they answer a series of questions led by the German professors at USI.
Speaking of USI, Frau Schmidt has worked hard to set up a great dual credit opportunity for German 3 and 4 students through the CAT program.
If students want the full experience, they can also have the opportunity to host a German exchange student from Osnabrück in the fall. And for the first time in several years, Frau Schmidt and Mr. Barker are planning a 9-day trip to Germany and several surrounding countries. That's available to 7th graders through juniors.
We asked Frau Schmidt to tell us a little bit more about why foreign languages are important.
Because when you study another language, it is no longer foreign to you, and it helps you learn more about the world. And so world languages are so unique because they give you an opportunity to learn about so much more than just language. Everything makes more sense to you whenever you study another language. Your own language makes more sense to you. The world around you makes more sense to you. You get to compare your own culture with the way that other cultures work and find out that there is more than one way to do something. There is more than one way to function in a society and to have relationships with other people. My favorite reason to study another language is the intense sense of pride that you feel when you are able to carry on an entire conversation with someone in another language that is not your own. There's really no feeling like it, and it's something that I enjoy being able to give to my students.
This past December, the German 3 and 4 students also went to their annual Christmas caroling field trip.
20 dual credit German students visited South Terrace and North Elementary and sang German Christmas carols to all of the students. The Viking costume, worn by Jay Scour, was a big hit with the kids, and the high schoolers also led a mini lesson on Germany's influence on American Christmas traditions.
Afterwards, students ate a well-deserved lunch at the Gerst House and ended the day with a surprise caroling visit to Coach Seymour.
Hallo, ich heiße Matthias.
Hallo, ich heiße Quinn.
Wir sind hier zu singen für euch.
Und wünsche euch ein frohe Weihnachten.
Meine Blätter, du grüßt dich nur zur Sommerzeit.
German 3 and 4 really enjoyed this trip, and we want to thank Frau Schmidt for all she's done to really make sure the German students enjoyed this school year.
Danke, Frau!
Next up on our tour of North Posey class offerings, agriculture, the heart and soul of the world. What exactly is agriculture, you may ask? Well, here's what our ag teacher, Miss Bender, had to say.
Ag is a very diverse industry with a lot of different areas of study that people could either go into or they just don't realize that they are part of the ag industry. There's ag in our everyday lives, whether we realize it or not, with food science, animal science, horticulture. A lot of times we are involved in ag in our everyday lives and don't even realize it, whether it's just going outside and enjoying like recreation outside, or even just like every day with our meals that we eat every day. So ag is very diverse and it helps us in our everyday lives.
Now let's talk about some of the things FFA has done this year.
Wait, what exactly is FFA?
Well, FFA used to stand for Future Farmers of America, but nowadays it isn't just for farmers. It's for anyone, no matter what field or work you go into. FFA is a national organization that allows students to develop leadership and career development skills they can use in their future.
So you don't have to be a farmer or have any knowledge in agriculture?
No, there are no rules or limitations to who joins. It's all about the experience, education, and skills you gain, and the friends you make while you are in it. An added bonus, FFA has multiple events that they participate in, so we're going to highlight a few.
First, we have forestry. Forestry participants identify leaves, diseases, seeds, and insects that affect trees in Indiana. They also take a test about their knowledge of different forestry practices. Freshman Taylor Claspel said she really enjoyed learning about all the different types of trees and getting to be with her friends while participating in the competition.
The National Convention is where FFA members from all around the nation come together and celebrate fellow members' accomplishments, hear keynote speakers, and attend a career expo. Senior Reagan Kester said it was really neat to meet other students across the nation that were just as passionate about agriculture as she is.
The FFA district also hosted the Ag Olympics at Heritage Hills last week. Our Ag students competed in a tug-of-war, piggyback barrel racing, an obstacle course, food eating contests, and slip and slide wiffle ball. North Posey came in as second place winners this year. As Junior Lander Shelby put it, it was a hot and wild time.
Finally, we have the FFA banquet. This was a chance for the chapter to celebrate the year together. They had a meal and the end members got awards, like Grand Hand and Chapter Degree. Freshman Lily Donner said it was an overexciting experience to see everyone's faces on the stage when she got Star Green Hand and all my participation pins from the events.
Now it's time for us to move on over to highlight the recent FFA petting zoo.
So Reagan, as an FFA member, what's been one of your favorite activities you've done so far this year?
You know, I would honestly have to say the petting zoo. So as many of you may have seen, the FFA had a very successful first ever petting zoo on Friday, May 5th.
That's right. This event started in early morning for many of the students, and all the animals were brought in by FFA members themselves.
Yes, and the petting zoo was definitely not lacking many farm animals. I mean, there were dairy calves, beef cattle, horses, goats, pigs, sheep, ducks, chickens, rabbits, a tortoise, and even Miss Bender's very own dog Mackie.
And to the FFA members, this was more than just bringing their animals to school with them for a day. It was about educating others about the farm and sharing more of their experiences in agriculture and the FFA pathway.
Yes, many of you may have visited during your lunches to pet the animals, but what you probably did not realize is that the FFA members were able to even share their passion for agriculture with the North Elementary and South Terrace first and second graders as they came to the school. Laura Commons, FFA Secretary, shares that the petting zoo was a fun and educational experience for all elementary students and the FFA members.
Although this petting zoo was no easy feat to set up, it was definitely a neat experience for all those involved. Next year's FFA President, Luke Donner, said it best, stating, "The smile on the kid's face makes it all worthwhile."
Overall, the FFA members would like to thank all of those who came out to see their animals and learn more about what happens down in the ag room. They would also like to give a special shout out to Miss Bender for helping them organize and put on this event.
I do have to say, this was such a neat opportunity for everyone involved.
I agree, Dharma. Hopefully, many students gained something from this educational experience. Now sending it over to Cage and Katie for a couple sport highlights.
To start off, we'd like to first congratulate the softball team on their undefeated season, and last night they were crowned PAC champs for the third year in a row.
We'd also like to highlight the track and field throwing coach, Amanda Smith.
Amanda has greatly improved the throwing program here at North Posey. That's not all she does, though. Amanda has to balance her time between coaching and running her own business, Simply Prepped Meals.
Coach Smith states that she couldn't do everything she does without a plan and a huge support team.
She knows that she loves throwing because it combines her two loves, science and weightlifting. She says it's moving heavy things fast in the most efficient way possible.
She hopes to continue working alongside both Coach Bosecker and Coach Pickens to improve the track and field program at North Posey. She says that she feels like she has a good grip on things and the best is yet to come.
Next, we're going to reflect back to December 6, 2022 in the basketball game against Evansville Day. Jackson Graff played one of the greatest games in North Posey history.
It was easy to say that he played a great game, but it showed on the stat sheet as well, as he got the first ever triple-double in North Posey history. Most people don't understand how hard it is to get a triple-double.
The triple-double is my favorite thing to order at A's at Pizza, so I think it's absolutely ridiculous that Jackson was the first basketball player at our school to order it.
Katie, the triple-double at A's is mid. The West Sider is clearly the best one, but that's not what the triple-double he got. A triple-double in basketball is where you get double digits in 3 different stats.
Well, first of all, I'm not sure that Grippos and Ski belong on pizza, but that's crazy. It seems impossible to just get double digits in 3 different stats in the span of just 32 minutes.
I mean, that's what I was thinking.
So, you order your West Sider without Grippos and Ski, right?
No, I get the West Sider with Grippos and C's on it. I'm done with the AZ pizza debate. But dang, it's crazy that Jackson Graff got 14 points, 13 assists, and 11 boards in the span of 32 minutes.
That's an impeccable stat line.
Undoubtedly it is. Congratulations to Jackson for being the first ever player to achieve this milestone. Tremendous job and keep working hard.
Welcome back to the Weather Corner. As you can probably see, Weather Boy Josh ain't here today. But that's alright, because today we are going to recap the top weather story of the year. And this year, we will be recapping the blizzard that occurred during the winter break 4 days before Christmas. On the week of Christmas Eve, the National Weather Service issued a winter storm warning for the entire tri-state area following the snow that was expected Thursday evening. Okay, we're having technical difficulties, but basically it snowed and it was really, really windy. But that was just half of the storm. After the precipitation fell, the winds were coming out of the north, which brought in colder air that made it feel like it was -5 for the low, but the wind chill made it feel like -30. So any exposure to skin for more than 30 minutes led to frostbite. To conclude this recap of the December blizzard of 2022, power around that parts of the trusted area was lost due to the wind and snow, but thankfully it was restored in less than an hour. Thanks for joining us today. Now sending it over to Braylon and Ted.
Next, instead of wild weather, we are going to look at the 5 most common wildlife around Poseyville. And you know, an NPTV Top 5 countdown wouldn't be complete without our pal, Ian.
First on the list is very small creatures known as the raccoon, or as I like to call them, trash pandas. The raccoon is about the size of a house cat.
And did you know that the little black markings of this creature's eyes allow it to see better by reducing glare?
No. Next up, we have our state bird, the cardinal.
This bird weighs a whopping 1.5 ounces and can fly up to 80 miles per hour.
Did you know occasionally cardinals have a lack of the typical red pigment in their plumage? When this occurs, it is replaced by a vibrant yellow or orangish pigments, which results in a yellow cardinal.
Our third most common critter is the white-tailed deer.
These impressive creatures usually weigh around 125 pounds and can run up to 30 miles per hour. And did you know fawns are born without a sense of smell?
In fourth place, we have the eastern box turtle.
Living up to 100 years, this amphibian can get up to 15 centimeters long. Did you know that eastern box turtles can retain water better than aquatic turtles?
No. And finally, we have turkeys.
These feisty creatures can travel 18 miles per hour on foot and up to 50 miles per hour in flight. Did you know that wild turkeys sleep in trees?
No.
Well, Ian, I gotta know, which of these animals do you see most often around your house?
None of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that sounds exciting. Next up is another feature about the Poseyville community with Dharma and Olivia.
So, how do you think the Poseyville streets got so clean recently, Olivia?
I actually have the insider information and know how that happened. Some great community members, students, and staff here at North Posey took their last virtual day for school and turned it into a cleaning day.
Wait, so they did their virtual work and had to clean up the town?
Nope. Any student who went and helped pick up got exempted from any virtual work.
So what exactly did the volunteers do to clean up Poseyville?
Well, there were different groups chaperoned by different staff members. One of the groups was a part of picking up the trash around the city. Some others were sweeping up the street, moving dirt and gravel off the road, and they were also cleaning off the sidewalk by pulling weeds and removing grass from them. Another thing they did for sidewalks was power washing and painting them. They also repainted parts of the streets as well as some of the railings for buildings.
Wow, they did a lot of stuff for the town. I'm so happy that we have such a good community willing to help clean up Poseyville.
Thank you to everybody who helped. We are lucky to have such a great community.
Speaking of community, our next feature is an inside look at one of our oldest community clubs, 4-H. Many students see 4-H as a farm thing, but it's not. 4-H is a youth development program around the country that focuses on growing and developing real-world skills.
One of the many opportunities that 4-H offers is 4-H Academy. 4-H Academy is held at Purdue each year, and students get to cover a particular major offered at Purdue.
This event is free, and fellow 4-H members from all across the state get to meet with you.
4-H Roundup is also a great opportunity for 4-Hers to meet new people and spend a few days at Purdue. Through this event, you get to meet students and professors from Purdue. This is also free.
Another great offering that 4-H has is what 4-Hers call Share the Fun. Each club can enter one group act where they perform a skit as an entire club. As an individual or a group no more than 5, they may also enter a musical or non-musical curtain act.
Examples of musical acts include singing or playing an instrument. Non-musical acts are basically anything else. This can include comedy, dancing, martial arts, and much more.
And for those of you that are not already in 4-H, you can still come and enjoy all that the 4-H Fair has to offer. This year, Posey County Fair is July 17th through the 21st, which is the third full week in July.
The fair is held at the Posey County Fairgrounds in New Harmony. Hope to see you there.
Planning for prom, graduation events, class reunions, and other activities can get expensive pretty quickly.
That's right, Maggie. Each class must raise thousands of dollars to afford these events.
This year, the class of 2025 got a little creative with their fundraising. Students from the sophomore class got together to help plan the first annual Parents' Night Out.
The Parents' Night Out was a fun experience for everyone involved. Elementary school students were dropped off here at school to spend their evening with high schoolers, and parents had a night by themselves to enjoy.
Dressed in their coziest pajamas, the participants played winter games, watched movies, sang carols, read Christmas stories, drank hot chocolate, crafted reindeer hats, and enjoyed some delicious pizza.
Here's a closer look at that fun evening.
Each high schooler was assigned to a group of kids that would rotate to different stations throughout the night. The groups were separated by age, ranging from pre-K to 6th grade.
One station included winter relay events like transforming the group leaders into snowmen using toilet paper. The younger groups dug through the snow to find hidden prizes while the older groups raced to get most presents into the basket.
Many tiny reindeers could be spotted at the crafting area or singing along to Christmas carols at the karaoke station. Some were even spotted playing tag and Duck Duck Goose.
As the evening went on, everyone settled in for pizza, hot cocoa, and a movie.
This event was a great opportunity for all ages to enjoy some winter fun. The class of 2025 hopes to continue this fundraiser and make it an annual event.
Oh, it sounds like it was fun. Now sending over to another group that had a lot of fun this year. Katie and Reagan are going to share their experiences with FCA.
This year, North Posey FCA group has grown tremendously.
Now being led by Chelsea Johnson, there are an average of 30 kids or more in the auditorium once a week being led in worship by fellow classmates.
Students take turns volunteering to lead each week, and the seniors have been phenomenal leaders this year in sharing the gospel and their testimonies.
FCA stands for Fellowship of Christian Athletes, but not all members are athletes. This year the group has grown tremendously and has hosted some very cool events.
This group has shared so many laughs this year and is extremely thankful for Chelsea Johnson and all of her support and love. Now for some highlights.
FCA had a few biscuit and gravy breakfasts before school and enjoyed each other's company, worship, prayers, and of course some good food.
They had a bonfire at Chelsea's house, and Ever Warren and Luke Scheller led the group in worship.
We had an Easter egg hunt and so many laughs in the indoor facility before school.
FCA also had a movie night where the new movie Jesus Revolution was shown, and everyone got to enjoy the company of friends and even some other schools.
It looks like FCA had an awesome year, and we are so happy to see how this group has grown.
We know all of you have been antsy to see another skit from Tad Jones. I mean, his last segment was all the way back in early December with his Christmas song.
But no worries, my friends. Tad has decided to finish the year with another song, this time about a jar of mayonnaise that causes him to fall in love with someone we all hold dear to our hearts.
Without further ado, fasten your seatbelts as we dive deep for Tad's new song.
I just got home from Walmart with Miracle Whip House #1 hall monitor. You aren't going anywhere without a pass. Nothing, you can stay with them if you really want. 'Cause I am truly just dumb, back to the key bottom. I'm gonna need a new friend that is not so dumb like you.
I just woke up from a daydream. There are starfish all around me. Oops, I'm dizzy, I'm seeing things. I turn on Nickelodeon, my face on the big screen. How did Patrick get back on the TV? Maybe it's better to stay alone, but I wonder when he will see me again. I'm feeling lonely and I really think I need me a friend. Every morning I wish I could breathe under sea till the end. My heart's under siege, I feel I need to write a letter. Too bad he will not get it, cause the ocean will not accept it. Cause paper disintegrates in water by treasure. You need to come back to the surface or a whole living vendetta that never lasts. SpongeBob needs to let us be, cause that desire we admire is our everything. And I'm inspired when I'm looking at a wedding ring, cause it is our best friends forever, best friends forever. Ring. You already know what I'm saying. I'm saying, hey, I need to figure out how to see you again, so we can finally let our love story begin. Hey, Dad, look at the TV. Me when it was only a dream. So sweet. And every day I wait for you is another moment I won't get back, but still I'm true. I love you. And every day we wait for each other is another moment well spent. And I just want you to know I love you. Well, I guess I need to buy more mayonnaise. I just got back from Walmart with Miracle Whip once more. I walked in and set it on the bar, get a knock on the door. It's Patrick Star! I've missed you so much. Hey, where are you going? Well, I guess I need to buy more mayonnaise. You know, it's my last broadcast, and I still haven't made a joke about Mr. Fisher. I suppose I could have, but the words would have just flown right over his head. Thank you!
And that concludes the tale of how Tad fell in love with Patrick Star.
Only to be deceived and betrayed. It truly shows the ups and downs of falling in love. More of the story? I don't know what the moral is, but man, was that catchy.
Well, thank you all for tuning in this year. We wish all the underclassmen good luck on their finals.
And seniors, we look forward to seeing you all in your cap and gown next week. From all of us here at NPTV, good luck and enjoy your summer.